All right, guys, here we are in the Redneck workshop, and as you know, we try to do things a little different here, so this time we're going to try to do it a little different again. What you're looking at is a piece of 48-inch ADS pipe, advanced drainage systems pipe, and what we're doing with this is we're going to cut it into a couple of different pieces. Once we get it cut into those different pieces, then we're going to make it into something that hopefully you've never seen before. So this is going to be a project. Not sure how fast it's going to happen. It's going to take a little bit of money for box tubing and stuff. If you guys want to fund it, comment below. If not, stay tuned. Could be a while, but it's going to be wild. We got a couple of them cut, and after we get them cut, we're going to have to trim the edges up a little bit, make them look a little nicer. But this is what we're going to end up with. Well, maybe not. Let's try that again. So as you can see, the edges aren't real straight. They're pretty bumpy, lumpy, and everything else. So we're going to try to get that squared up. But this is what we're going to end up with. It ain't much for the camera to see right now. Try to zoom out. There you go. And we have two of those cut right now. I don't know if you guys ever seen the motor transportation, but if you did, you will know that big wheels are a thing of mine, and long bicycles are a thing of mine as well. So we got two cut, a couple more to go, and a whole lot of box tubing. Stay tuned. Makes no sense at all right now, but this is pretty much what we got here, and it'll all make sense later on. But that's a clue on what we're doing here at the Redneck Manufacturing workshop. And as I say, these things stand about about shoulder high to most people. I think they're about 4.5 foot. I'll get me a tape measure here. Hold on 1 second, and we'll measure this out. Hard to operate a GoPro and a tape measure, but I think we can handle it as long as we can handle the dizziness. So from the floor to the top looks like, oh, hold on, let's get control of the tape measure. 4 foot 5 inches. 4 foot 5 inch diameter wheels. That's what they're going to be. So throughout this project, I'm going to have to be making some jigs up, because even though this is Redneck Manufacturing, I do want this to be pretty decent. I'm thinking I'll put it in parades and maybe show it off at the state fair. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is a tire jig. It's just what it says, and I'm using it to straighten up the edges that I cut on the ADS pipe, the 48-inch ADS pipe. So I'll zoom out a little bit, and you'll see all these black particles here. This is all from that pipe as you're cutting it with the jigsaw. And I'll kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing here. So the edges were very, very rough looking, and I'm standing this piece up here. So what I did was I made this jig up, and basically, I know my camera worked, basically that jig fits on there like that, and then I took a red marker and marked the inside of that, and just came all the way around with that. So I kind of, it's still not perfect, but it's real close. It's not bad. I'll probably sand on it a little bit and get it perfect. So this is one edge. This is an edge that I did not do. And as you can see, I'll show you this jig real quick, if I can figure out which way it goes. The jig kind of fits on there, and you can see this flange here has not been straightened out yet. It comes in and out, so that's what we're working on. And just to show you how bad it was, let me put this jig down. You gotta love my camera work. In my trash can here, you'll see, I mean, that's how bad it was. So it was thick there, thin, thick, thin. So this is actually the edge that I cut off to straighten that up. You can see it goes from thin to thick. Let's see if I can get you guys sick with this thing. So yeah, that's what I cut off to get this thing straightened out. And as you can see, I did all 4 of them. That's all of the sides off of that from all 4 of them. Just one side of it though. Like I say, I gotta make a jig up, set it right on the floor, and rotate the wheel or rotate the jig to get an even width all the way around that wheel. So now, I know camera work sucks, right? So now we'll come back over here. I'll show you this wheel, and this is what I'm up against. I don't know if you can see the difference in the flange there, but yeah, it's up and down. So we're working at it. Thank you. The garage does not look happy right now, but one part of the puzzle is here. 2 parts of the puzzle are here. 3 parts of the puzzle are here. This was our pedal pusher, and the frame is bent and the forks are gone. My sister fell off of it and ran it into a house, so there's a few things that are bent on it. But right now, this is what we're working on. This is going to be a donor cart for the project that we're working on with the 4-foot wheels. So a couple of things that we're going to try to utilize. We're going to try to utilize the shock towers, the shocks, the A-arms. And we'll have to split this in half, cut that off. There's a lot of cutting that we got to get done here. But we have a donor cart. The wheels will be used as the hubs for the 4-foot diameter wheels. And we're going to spoke that out with 1/2 by 1/2 box tubing. So yeah, we got quite a few parts on here that we can strip off. Back here we have shock hangers. We got heavier shocks. Got a rear axle. I'm not sure how I can drive that rear axle from sprocket, but we'll figure something out. So special thanks to Dave Ritter at Indian River Golf Cart on Long Neck Road in Long Neck, Delaware, for donating the golf cart to the Redneck Manufacturing Shop so we could further destroy it beyond its already destroyed state. So stay tuned. 4-foot diameter vehicle is underway.